What up, it's Nice, the Noble a gamer here. So we got Darius and Dinar. Let's take a gander at their team. So we got a Draven, Vigar, Hecarim, Nami. They got a Varus, Zyra, Lux, Siobhan, and Gnar. Okay, I don't know how the matchup works into Gnar, but I'll do the best I can to teach. So obviously you should be buying Door and Shield, which you do. Good job. Let's see how this pans out. I think you lose lane here, so I'm gonna try to teach you how not to lose lane, Dinar. Okay, so your job as Darius and Dinar is to hit your spikes earlier than him because you have Adorn. I'm actually baffled that he took Adorn Shield, but whatever. So you have Adorn Shield. So his poke level 1 is literally nothing to you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk up and shove the wave with Q. You're gonna Q these minions right here, and you're gonna auto them over and over. He's going to auto attack you, but these melees and potentially these ranged minions are gonna aggro onto him. And because you have Adorn Shield, the trade, even though you didn't even auto attack once, the trade will actually break even. Because what you want to do as a Darius is hit your level spikes faster, at least in low elo. If this was a high elo Gnar, I think you could just say a goodbye to farming, or a goodbye to pushing the wave. Because if you push the wave into a high elo Gnar, you will get frozen on, and you will get harassed, and you will get pushed out of lane, and then he will freeze the lane right around here, and then you'll get ganked and die over and over again, and then that's how you kill and lose games. But other than that, you should be queuing the wave here, pushing, getting a level 2, and then his auto attack range. Gnar has a chance. Gnar has I think around the same auto attack range as Lucian. I think Lucian got an auto attack range nerf a long time ago, which put him out of a meta. So Gnar has a very short auto attack range. It's around the same length as your apprehend. Because low elo players don't know how to space properly, so what you can do is you can run in and out of his auto attack range and bait him into your apprehend range. And then that's where, and then as soon as Gnar gets into a melee range of you, which that's what apprehend does, apprehend pulls him towards you, you can get a good trades off. It slows him, you get a couple autos, and then a kite back Q, and then with the movement speed you walk out to him and then potentially auto him again. But right now, as it stands, it looks like I think you're gonna give the lane priority over to Gnar, which is not what you want to do in this elo. So you're letting him free farm. Not good. See, he's scared of you, you know? He's using his Q to farm. He's not really autoing you at all. He baited your Q out. Okay, so you walked up to him for an auto. You didn't have a cooldown. Like, you had just used Q, like, right before you walked up to him. Only walk up to him when you have a cooldowns. And then if you get in auto off, that means you're in range to kite for the axe part of your Q. But because you didn't have Q up, even if you got an auto off of him, he would have just kited backwards after that, and you would have taken a worse trade because he would have autoed you after that, plus you would have aggroed creeps, and he would have only aggroed these 3 melees, while you would have aggroed the range, which does more damage than the melees, and these 2 melees. So you got level 2. He got Q first, and now he has leap. So but you don't know he has leap, so I'm not gonna say anything. So now what you should be doing is walking in and out of his auto range, evading autos, and remember, when arranged, auto attacks, they're in stasis, like they're a sort of stunned for like a moment, even if like 0.1 seconds, however many milliseconds it is, they're stunned, they can't move. Like an auto attack, you can think of it, it's like an ability with a very short cooldown. So just bait his so walk in and out of his auto range, bait him into making a terrible auto attack to where you could get into apprehend range, apprehend him, and then make a good trade for yourself. In doing that and making really good trades with Anar, you can actually just force him to farm off the cooldown of his Q. As soon as you get an HP lead over him, he can't farm in auto attack range. He has to farm to the cooldown of his Q. Like you're doing right now. Like even your level 1 and 2, 3, level 1, 2, 3 is amazing. There you go. There you go, buddy. There you go. So now you walk out of a creep aggro range. Good job. You have level 3 now. So now what you're gonna do? Okay, so never mind. He's walking backwards. Let's say he hovered around here. You're just gonna walk up to him. That's it. You're probably not gonna get in auto range, but he doesn't have his W. You know that because he just leaped. So at most, like the most damage he can do is like an auto Q. You know, like he doesn't have his W, so he can get that a 3-hit a passive off and kite you more. So you have a level 3, so every time you get a level spike over your laner, you need to walk up to them as Darius. Unless you're playing into a really bad matchup. I don't know what you're doing here. Okay, let's move back. Let's move back just a little bit. Okay, so you know that your wave is a pushing to his tower. So what you need to do is that as soon as this creep dies, okay, so this creep is about to die. As soon as this creep dies last, you're gonna walk over here and ward right here. And then, oh, I should turn this off. Okay. Yeah, but that's what you should do. And then, even then, let's see how Nara plays this actually. So you see that Hecarim is a pinging right here. I don't know what. That's Lux pinging. Never mind. So Nar is not trying to trim the wave at all. You see a Shyvana pop up in next to Hecarim. So this should be your immediate priority. As soon as you see a Shyvana on your map, what you need to do is push the wave and get this wave under tower as fast as possible. You need to queue these minions, auto it, W it, auto it, W it, and then immediately follow up with Hecarim to invade a Shyvana, or at least put a ward down right here. Because while you're right here, because Nar's ranged, even when he's in this form, a melee, he still has stuns and leaps and like these empowered stats. So you can't really do anything to Nar under tower, so there's no reason to stay top. As soon as you get this wave under tower, you need to coordinate and invade with Hecarim in their jungle. Okay, so so now this wave is under tower, and you see on your map multiple heads are popping up like in the same vicinity. I know you play locked, but you can still see your map. If you didn't see this, this is something that you need to work on. You see multiple heads pop up around this vicinity, so you immediately need to follow up. Gnar cannot follow up without losing all this CS. So this is called a lane priority. A lane priority is when you have the ability to walk out of top lane without losing much, without losing anything, without losing a CS, gold, XP. Gnar doesn't have a lane priority because if you were to leave lane right now to protect against a collapse from Veigar and Hecarim, he would lose a golden XP. So you need to... Okay, so that's what that's what you're doing. A good job. Good job. Wow, this was nice by you. Good job. Okay, there should be another kill here. Red team double kill. Okay, so you actually just did the concept that I was talking about. So you followed up, albeit a bit late, if I do say so myself. Just try to look at your map more often, and then you'll follow up earlier. That flash, it was a good play by you, and then you popped Ghost for Lux. Not bad, very good. So now what you should do, you have no sums, Gnar has both sums. So what you should be doing now is, because you have you even have a CS lead over now. Gnar, wow, that's huge. So what you're gonna do now with your 2 kills and a 12 CS lead is you're gonna shove this immediately, get this under tower as quickly as possible, and then back for your phage. If you have enough for it. I don't know how. 2 kills, you got first blood, that's a 700 gold, and then you're about to get like another a 600 gold. Yeah, you should have enough for phage. Good job. So that's what you're doing exactly. And he leaves. Do you lose this? You do lose this, okay. Okay, so you back, good job. Good job, good job. Now, this is definitely a Tabis game, like, no doubt. A Shyvana, Gnar, Varus, Tabis. That's one and done. What I would actually do, so I said phage, but what I would actually do, because you have such a huge lead now, I just analyzed their team comp again. What I would do instead is get Tabis a refillable control word. That's what I would do. It not only protects my lead, but I mean, yeah, that's what it does. I know rushing a Black Cleaver is not terrible. Like by no means is it terrible. In fact, it's pretty good, but it's not the most optimal play. Rush Tabis. Gnar literally can't do a shit to you in lane. You can 2v1 a Shyvana and Gnar now, potentially. If Gnar is full HP and Shyvana is a full HP and Gnar gets a mega form and he gets a full combo off on you, then yeah, you can't 2v1. But the way that Gnar is playing lane like a pussy bitch, I mean, you can predict, you know, like with a damage a foresight at least, because you know that Gnar is dumb enough to be baited into another apprehend another combo, and then by the time Shyvana comes around, he'll be half health, and then you can 2v1. That's that. So so with this knowledge so now that you know that for a fact that you can 2v1, what you want to do now is, because Gnar can farm safely with Q from a distance, from a very long distance, is you want to keep on shoving over and over again, and autoing the tower potentially, or making roams. Warding here, you could if you want to go for a quick ward, you could ward over this wall right here. I can't ping for some reason. You could ward this bush right here. This bush. You could if you bought a control ward, you could put it right here, or on the tip on the tip of this bush, or right here. Or it also, like, placing a control ward right here gives a lot more information than placing it right here, but it's also prone to get cleared more often, because the jungler is almost guaranteed to notice it. While placing a control ward right here, it almost never gets noticed until a very late stages of the game, when the support goes to path up to a Baron to ward, and then they deward this pink. So that's what I would be thinking about when walking back to lane. Pretty much in all matchups, you need to be deciding before the lane even starts: am I pushing or am I pulling? Now, as Darius, into the majority of your matchups, you are going to be pushing early, and then into a lot of your easy melee matchups, you want to freeze after that initial push. And then because it's Gnar, and because he's ranged, and because you know he's a bad laner, you can abuse him and shove him in, make good trades, and then just roam. Okay, so you're walking into the tower. Good job. This is really good by you. You should have done that a lot more with Nasus. Gnar has a leap ability. Yeah, Nasus has a wither, but you also have a phase rush, which kind of counters it. So you did that with Gnar. You should have done that a lot more with the Nasus matchup. Like with Nasus, you only pressured on the CS, and then you backed off after the trade. You should have autoed him all the way to tower. Like what you did there with Gnar was excellent, and now you're gonna shove. I see you're shoving, which is good. So you're autoing, that's good. Abusing your phage. Okay, so I don't know if you knew this, if you already did. Good on you. Phage works. Yeah, a phage. The rage passive works better when you have just killed minions. So yeah, it still works right after you auto attack a minion, then you get the a movement speed bonus, but it works better right after you kill a creep. So if you auto a creep and you kill it as well, then you get a bigger movement speed bonus. Like when you're playing a GP and then you auto a creep, you pretty much get like a rage passive off of your own passive, which it gives you enough movement speed to close the gap for a free Q or whatever. I can't believe this was a loss. This looks free. You need to be warding. You have a trinket up. Ward here. If you had two trinkets up, it's definitely preferable. If you're not roaming to ward in other areas, such as here, or here, then you need to be at least warding this brush. It's preferable if you bought, and then another thing with the Tabis rush plus the refillable and a control ward, because Tabis is cheaper than Phage, then you could have had enough for refillable and a control ward. So you could have placed the control ward right here, and then because you always have a lane priority as a Darius into this garbage Gnar, then this control ward will pretty much never die. And then you only need to continually reward this brush right here. That would have been the most optimal play. But yeah, your warding is garbage. So that's something that you need to improve on as top laner. Okay, get a good trade in. Good job. Be careful of the tower aggro. That gets pushed in. Don't be afraid to use mana and your cooldowns on like that creep right there. You probably could have one-shot it with, not one-shot it, but you probably could have last hit it with Q when it was a low enough HP, and that would have gotten the wave under tower quicker, and thus you would have had more time to roam, and then thus ward here, if you didn't ward right here, which you didn't. Keep in mind also that Lux actually has no mobility spells and a Vigar as he has in AoE lockdown or stun. It's also very plausible to gank mid, like path around here, and then this will most likely be awarded. So you path around here, and then you can flash apprehend, and then a Vigar can E into the stun, and then you can one-shot her, or a Vigar can one-shot her or whatnot. Roams like that win games for sure. So take that into consideration as well. A lot of roaming is warding, but it's also ganking other lanes. As a mid lane, you're a roaming. As top lane, your roaming is limited to warding their jungle, the river, and ganking mid. While mid, a roaming is a more prevalent concept, because it's not only limited to one lane. You can roam their jungle. You can ward both sides of their jungle, both rivers and both lanes. As top lane, you can only ward. You can only roam to one of each, one side of the river, one side of their jungle, and one lane. But roaming as top lane is a very important concept because it carries games. Adrian Riven was once asked to describe a TF blade in a sentence, and he just said, plays a collie, shove and roam. That's it. Just shove and look for a play elsewhere. So yeah, Gnar being ranged and having this passive where he gets a little bit of health every time he transforms, you can get good trades off of him, but you're almost never gonna kill him. Like, you're never gonna all in him, you know. So you're not gonna carry this game by killing Gnar, and you're not gonna zone him off of farm because he can farm very safely with Q. Even if you freeze him, because his Q has quite a bit of range. And when he catches it, that gives him a big a CDR a detriment to his Q. So roaming in this matchup is more important than just than the previous matchup I reviewed with Nasus. With Nasus, you can just bully him all day, every day, kill him under tower because he's a vegetable. But with Gnar, that's not so. Every once in a while, you want to press tab and take a look at this at the standings to see where your team is. So bot lane is even, mid is winning, and jungle is also even. And you're winning top. Good job. You're keeping your health topped off. I like it. Now you roam and roar. This is the very moment I want to get this through your head, so that you understand and that you go through your next solo queue games top lane doing this. This is the very moment where you go and make a play elsewhere. Veigar is shoved in. Lux is potentially walking down a mid lane right now. Shyvana could be ganking you. You could be warding her jungle. You see that it says her blue is up on the map, so you go to ward right here. Or if you're not scared of Shyvana, which you're not scared of Shyvana because you're big, you have Phage. Tabis would have been better though. Then you ward the tippy tip of this brush. Oh yeah, I was saying about Lux walking up a mid lane. If you had a control ward bot or in your inventory, you don't. If you have a control ward, you don't even have to place it here. Because you're not very scared of the 2v1 straight up from Gnar and Shyvana, and you have Ghost and Flash Up. What you could do is that in those moments where you should have roamed, you could come mid and just pop a control ward right here, not in the very middle, just like right here, and not on the very side as well, because then that kind of limits the vision to this kind of a quarter circle, which is very annoying. So right here is the ideal spot for a control ward. And then let's say you do find a ward in this bush, you take it out, you go back top. Hopefully Veigar isn't a vegetable and he defends it, because he's obviously more fed than Lux. He's a winning lane. So so the next time you get the chance to roam and the lane is even, or it could be on Veigar's side, then you could gank Lux with like a flash, apprehend, or whatnot. Shove, shove, shove. He's about to get ult, so you can't do anything to him under tower, or else you'll get comboed. Okay, you're gonna back now. That's fine. But if you didn't back, I know what you would have done. You're gonna stay with your dick in your hand, or you're gonna shove another wave. Okay, so let's go over another concept. So as Darius, so as any champion, you need to be taking a look at your gold all the time. I don't know how much gold you have, it doesn't say on the client, but you need to be taking a gander at your gold all the time, and as soon as you get those spikes, as soon as you get them, you need to be shoving the wave and backing immediately, if not roaming. Because here's what happens. Let's use Akali as an example. As soon as I get 1,050 gold for Revolver, I do not want to delay my spike. I do not want to stay another wave just because, you know, because that's what low elo players do. They don't know exactly how to play the laning phase on a min-maxing a level. So what they do is that they stay for no reason. Like right now, you're staying for no reason. You're staying just to stay. So the reason why you don't want to delay your power spikes is, as a Kali, when I have 1,050 gold for my, let's say I'm playing into a Riven, and I have enough gold for my Revolver, I want to shove the wave in back, or if I have TP, I want to back and then a TP back to lane as soon as possible. Why? Because if I overstay or if I stay just to stay, then I guess what a Riven's going to be doing. She's going to be CSing last hitting creeps for gold, and then that gold is going to be contributing to her power spike, which is a Hex Drinker for 1,300 gold. So if I back right as I get a Revolver, then she isn't going to have enough gold. Ideally, if we both evenly CS, she's not going to have enough gold for a Hex Drinker. She's going to have enough gold for a Longsword and a null magic mantle, which isn't ideal. So when you delay your power spikes, you're giving your laner more opportunities, or you're giving a laner more time to complete their power spikes. So when I TP back to lane as a Kali with a Revolver, as soon as I get it, as soon as I have 1,050 gold, then I'm gonna have an HP lead on a Riven because I just backed. I'm gonna have a Revolver. She's not gonna have items, and she's gonna be forced to back and potentially burn TP, just to come back to lane with less than a Hex Drinker, a Longsword, and a null magic mantle. It's also very possible that she can overstay as well. Just because, like, she can overstay because she wants a Hex Drinker so bad. So what I can do is punish her overstay by committing to extended trades over when she commits to SCS. Then I can get her to burn a flash, or I can kill her. There are just so many more opportunities opened up. There are more possibilities opened up when you don't delay your power spikes, if that makes sense. What you're doing right now is terrible. Okay, you don't back, which is good. So you're gonna look to cheese him. He has leap. I have no clue. Okay, so he burns his leap. He burns flash. Wow. Wait, that's literally insane. Darius isn't fair. What? So he fucks up hard because he's a sponge. He doesn't have a brain. He burns leap right off the bat, and then he's forced to burn flash, to which then he immediately dies. What Nar should have done, look, let's say you were playing Nar and you just got cheat, and you're about to get cheesed. You see a Darius burn ghost, and you're about to get cheesed. So what's the most optimal way to play this situation? As soon as a Darius gets in range to apprehend you, you take it, and then you leap, and then you flash. Let's go back. Leap covers around the same a distance as a flash, so he burns his leap like a fucking idiot. Now he flashes. So imagine this times 2. He would be all the way over here. Darius probably couldn't kill you at this point. If you had conserved leap, you know, he would have apprehended you, then you would have leaped away plus flash, and then he probably couldn't have killed you under tower when he only had 2 stacks on you, because right now you're not even under tower. Like, if you know what I'm trying to say. Actually, no. I need to explain this as best as possible without sounding like an idiot. the odds of Gnar surviving greatly increase when he doesn't burn leap like a fucking monkey like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at this one more time. You only got away with this because Gnar's an idiot. So Gnar is over here. So imagine the range of a flash. Even so he would be right here if you didn't burn leap. Even with Ghost, you probably wouldn't be able to gap close him without either losing a significant portion of your health or there is room for Gnar to outplay you. Now, I'm not saying Gnar wouldn't have survived if he hadn't burned leap. Even if he's all the way over here, Darius probably still kills him, but his odds of surviving just increase. And then I don't know how you think, so I don't know if you didn't burn leap, would you have still committed? Like, would you have said, "Oh, I got his flash, I guess it's worth it"? But because he burned leap, you capitalized on his mistake, which is good by you. But just keep in the back of your mind, say that I only got away with this clean of a kill. You know, like it's very debatable as to whether Gnar could have outplayed you, whether you could have killed him if he was all the way over here, or whatever. Whether you even were to commit or not if you didn't burn leap. But yeah, but he's just a really bad player. I guess that's what it comes down to. Never mind. Ash, you just auto him one more time and then ults him. I guess there's no way Gnar survives that. Okay, so the cheese is successful nonetheless. So you're gonna shove. He doesn't have TP. So what you're gonna do here is you're not scared of a Shyvana. You don't know where a Shyvana is because you haven't warded at all. But you're not scared of her. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna smack tower for half HP. You're gonna chunk it. Or Gnar does have TP? I don't know. The cooldowns are fucked up. Yeah, so you can 2v1 her. I mean, not 2v1. You can 1v1 her. But you don't. Now what you're gonna do now is you're gonna shove him back now. Just Q these minions back. Shyvana can't fight you, I promise you. If you had Tabis, you definitely would not be able to kill you. So that would have been the most optimal play. Oh, okay, so you try to go for her. It's a shame that you missed the apprehend. But yeah. X's. This also goes with the Tabis too. With the Tabis, you could potentially kill her. With Phage, she doesn't kill you. With Phage or Tabis, she doesn't kill you. With Tabis, you may be able to kill her. Because keep in mind, she only auto attacks. So now you're gonna back. You have no TP. Gnar is gonna shove you in, and you're gonna lose. On a cannon wave, I'd say maybe you lose a melee, a cannon, maybe a couple melees. But you're lucky that this was a cannon wave. If this wasn't a cannon wave, then you would lose a couple melees plus a lot of casters as well. Or yeah, you need it back. So I'm guessing these two melees and the cannon you miss. Actually, no. I'm gonna go 2 casters as well. 3. Wow, those minions are dying fast. 1 caster, 2 caster, and a melee. So I was 1 off. So now you shove. So by not shoving immediately, by trying to fuck with Shyvana, and not shoving, you delayed your back, giving Gnar more time to shove in, and thus you lose CS. With a Tabis, you I'm not saying you should have tried to contest Shyvana at all. I just wanted you to shove this immediately, you know, let Shyvana CS the rest, I guess, and then back. Actually, let me think about it, because if you shoved, okay, so if you shoved right here, Shyvana could have just contested you off the SCS. She could have maybe stopped your back too if you pushed back. No, you were very close to backing. I saw, like, at one point you were very close to backing, but then you stayed for some reason. And then even if you did shove, Shyvana could just hold the wave for Gnar, so he could freeze. But even if Gnar froze, you definitely wouldn't have lost as much as CS. You lost, I think, 3 melees, 4 melees, a couple casters, and a cannon, I believe. So what did we learn from this? Let's see. The most optimal play would have been to back immediately. That's it. With Phage, you don't die to a Shyvana, but you can't contest her. I was wrong in my predictions about contesting a Shyvana before you, so you can't contest Shyvana. With Tabis, you probably could, but then she would just freeze the wave anyways for Gnar. She would just hold it. So the best play here would have just been to back immediately. I don't know, Darius. I mean, well, now you have Black Cleaver anyway, so it doesn't matter. But that's after the fact. Okay, so taking back all what I said previously, if I was in your shoes and I was playing Darius and I was like, okay, I have Phage, I can't die to a Shyvana, and I can't contest her, so I'm gonna back immediately now. That's probably what I would say. It would have mitigated a CS loss. Yeah, you can definitely contest this. I don't know where Shyvana is. You need 2v1, right? You can pull him off, right? Oh shit. Tigers. Oh shit. Wait, that was such a long auto range. Jesus. Alright, well, Veigar is gonna be a good guy, and he's gonna shove this in, so you're lucky. So whether that 2v1 was clean or not, I don't know. I'm not gonna harp on that. But you're lucky that Veigar was here. Just understand that if Veigar didn't come to push in this wave, you would have lost so much CS. Just understand that. I'm actually very surprised that Shyvana and Gnar were able to 2v1 you so easily. Well, not so easily, but just to that extent. So, going back, I just want to say that if I was in your shoes, yeah, you could have that after they got Rift Herald, you could have went down to fuck with them, which you did, but I wouldn't have done that. I would have just stayed top and shoved in immediately, because you know that Shyvana is probably gonna back, you know, Gnar is probably gonna go back top. Shyvana may go back top to fuck with you, but I would have just shoved in immediately. And at least if I'm smacking tower and I know if I have at least a ward right here, as soon as a Shyvana shows, I can just path upwards to my tower. That would have been the most optimal play. Yikers. What the fuck is this shit, dude? Red team double kill. So Vygar is top. Where are you going? So the Rift Herald is still up. You want to collapse on the Lux? Yep. All right. This is good by you. Good job. So now you just want to take down the Rift Herald, and you want to go back up top now. That's it. Now, why don't you want to go bot? Because this tower is still up. Oh, look at your team. A Draven has a CS lead over a Varus. Your jungle is winning. Your mid is winning. You can predict that they're gonna get bot tower before their bot gets your bot tower first. So what you're gonna do now is optimally, you're gonna go back top and you're gonna shove the wave. You're gonna optimally ward right here, and you're gonna shove the wave over and over and over and over and over again, drawing pressure. That's your job as Darius now. Yeah, okay, clear that. So now go top, shove that. So the reason why having a yellow trinket as a split pusher is so good is because it gives you a vision for incoming ganks. One ward like this, it doesn't even have to be at the tippy edge of this anymore because you just cleared a tower. I mean, you just knocked down tier 1 turret. So a better ward even would just be a center right here, because it clears flanks, a wraparound flanks from around here. It clears flanks from around here, here, and here. So what I would do here, even still, is I would say mid and jungle help bot take turret. After this turret falls, then what Vygar needs to do is go bot, and then just wave clear over and over again, and let their bot lane take mid. And then again, you're gonna pressure top. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you should do. Just having an extra ward, such as a control ward, while your trinket is on a cooldown, placing it right here, or right here, or right here, or right here, it just helps so much, I promise you. In splitting, it gives you so much valuable information. And then just having a yellow trinket right here, because it wouldn't make sense to put a control ward right here, because that would get cleared out immediately. There's just no need to reward over and over again right here or right here, because it doesn't get checked often. Okay, you place a yellow right there. What I notice you do all the time is you burn apprehend very early. What you need to do is walk up, auto attack, a reset with W, and then walk away, kite for the Q. And then if they run away, then apprehend. You use apprehend as a very last resort when they're running away, or to cancel their auto attacks, or if they're channeling an ability or whatever. Unfortunate. So you face check here, and you get a dumpstered by Gnar and Shyvana. This is huge. You just gave Gnar like 3 levels in XP. I'm kidding, but you gave Gnar a lot of a rubber band XP because he's so behind. He's down 60 CS, which by the way is excellent. That's a good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely accredited to you because Gnar is a garbage laner. He's probably autofilled too. But you disabled him from getting. I mean, you enabled him to be bad, I guess you could say, to be terrible at the game. So why did you die here? You warded this, you face checked this, you burn apprehend early. I mean, why did you go here in the first place without a shoving all the way to tower? Because you're gonna lose CS if you don't just shove all the way to tower first. Let's go back. Mr. Hindsight. Let's go back more. So what I would have done, I shoved this. I know, listen, I'll look at your mini map. You know that on their side of the map, their minions are coming up, so it's probably gonna meet around here, judging on where your minion wave is right now. Round here. So what you're gonna do is you're not gonna ward right here. You're gonna ward over this wall, so a Shyvana doesn't surprise ult you over the wall and rape you, and you're gonna try to shove this in as soon as a Shyvana shows right here from this ward. And this isn't even Captain Hindsight. This is what I would have done genuinely. I'm just being honest. As soon as Shyvana shows you, you walk away, and then thankfully you have multiple tools in your kit. In fact, 3 in which you can use to kite away. E slows, W slows, Q gives you a movement speed buff and health back, which has also a very low cooldown, not only because you have a Black Cleaver, a 20 CDR, but because it's also level 5, 4-second cooldown. So Q probably just came off a cooldown for you. If you double Q'd them, like it's kind of unlucky that you got bursted down so cleanly and so fast by them. But if you got that Q off, man, there was just so much room for outplay. And then you could have kited back Shyvana and then Q'd her, and then auto tech W'd and then got the insane outplay 2v1. But yeah, that's just unfortunate. But what I would have genuinely done is after shoving this wave right here, warding over this wall, because if a Shyvana comes from this tri-bush, then I automatically path over here, looking for this plant right here. If it's still up, if it's not up, then I guess you're fucked. I mean, if it's not up and Lux shows right here, then I guess you're fucked. But yeah, let's say a Shyvana didn't show, then I would shove in the wave that just met right here, and then ward around here, or here, with a control ward that I bought my last back, because you're terrible with buying control wards and placing them. So now you lose CS here. Gnar gets a rubber band XP, and he gets a chance to free farm very safely this wave. And now, guess what? Which is even more big. You alleviated the pressure a Shyvana had on top, and now a Shyvana can pressure mid and bot. That's the most important thing, because top lane is all about pressuring a side lane so that your team can get shit done. But now the next time when they want to go for an objective hit tower, Shyvana will be there, coming from this tri-bush and raping them, or vice versa, coming from a side bush and raping Veigar. Whatever. The possibilities are endless to what Shyvana can do now. Because before, Shyvana had to answer to you because you were pressuring tower. But now, she doesn't have to do that. Now there are many possibilities opened up to for her to pressure your team. So yeah, that was a big throw right there. That was a big one. Like the death here sucked, but this one sucked ass. You have Tabis, you're going for a longsword, ruby crystal again. And look at that. Take a gander. So even without Shyvana's health, your team still gets a dumpstered. What I'm concerned with is, while you were dead over here, Veigar was over here CSing, I guess. What Veigar should have been doing a long time ago was shoving and then grouping with your team to look for a play bot. And like I said a long time ago, you should have said, Vig and jungle, help bot, whatever, you know. And then that might have prevented that. It could have, and you could have won because that was a pretty big throw from your team. But you're not worried about your team, so it doesn't matter in the long run. So now you're gonna shove. Good job. And you're looking for probably a ward around here somewhere, I'm guessing. I'm praying to God, you ward. Nope. So this is kind of bad by you because you don't know where you don't know. Look at the every time you roam, every time you make a roam, press tab and then look at their team and look at which portraits are darkened and have a question mark beside them. The more question marks there are, the more danger you're put in by face checking the fog of war. Like right now, what you just did, face checking the fog of war. What if Shyvana was right there? You would have died. You know, like you just needed to ward right here, back up, path around here. Not even. I would have pathed all the way around here because the Shyvana could have been in that try, and then gone back to SCSing. Okay, now you don't want to path up here. Stop it. Stop it. Path all the way around. You're greedy. Because you know for a fact it's happened twice. It's gonna happen again. Shyvana and Gnar have 2v1'd you twice now. So you don't want to walk through here again. Because potentially a Shyvana could be right there. Did you have knowledge of where Shyvana was? Or am I being stupid? Yeah, you didn't even know where Shyvana was. So you're taking a needless risk by pathing, by pathing to this tri bush instead of wrapping all the way around safely. So you don't know where any other team is. They're probably taking your ag. But you're doing good by just split pushing, trying to draw pressure. Okay, now you really don't... Okay, you know that Varus is there. And you should be pathing top. Flush away. This is good. This is excellent. And you get away. Good job. You know that... Hold on. Alright, so you get out. Let's go back a bit. So, you see Shyvana. But did you know that she had ult? Did you know that Shyvana had ult? That is my question. Did you know? Okay, so you see Shyvana has ult. So you path upward. You know for a fact she's going to ult over the wall. You know it. So why burn Apprehend? You could have saved Flash and could have only burned Ghost. Because you apprehend her, then she's slowed, and then you Ghost away. And then you could... I think Gnar flashed, but I don't know if Shyvana flashed. Gnar flashes. If a Shyvana had a flash and you didn't burn, okay, so if you apprehended her at that time and you ghosted away, right? So you burn Gnar's flash. So you have the potential to also burn a Shyvana's flash as well if it was up. The cooldowns are fucked in this client, so I don't know for sure if she has flash up. But I think she does. So when you burn her flash as well, then you flash away. That's when you start to flash away. But you burn apprehend and needlessly. And it's happened a lot of times before where you just use apprehend without thinking about the most optimal way to use it in the given situation. So you could have gotten an extra flash there because if only Gnar. Because if you used apprehend correctly and only Gnar flashed, then there was no need to flash. Then if Shyvana flashed, then you flash, and then that's when you get 2 flashes for 1. And then that's worth. You drew out a chase. You alleviated a pressure from bot, but they're not taking anything. So it kind of doesn't matter, I guess. But that's like the essence of top lane, you know, drawing out chases. Yeah, drawing out chases, drawing pressure, and not dying. That's like the most important thing as a split pusher. Unless you can trade a 1-for-1 on an even or stronger opponent, like a trading a 1-for-1, your death for a kill on Gnar is not worth, because then you rubber band him a lot of XP, and then you lose CS as well. Back here. What are you getting with this Ruby Crystal Longsword? I am quite curious. I'm quite the curious boy. This is definitely a dead man's second item game. A dead man's into Spirit Visage. Oh, you're going for Titanic. That's what you were going for last game. So you're going for Titanic second. No, this is not good. As Darius, your Q one-shots the casters up until a later stages of the game. But then anyways, you're going to use another Q on the waves anyway for the melees. So even then, you're just going to two-shot the wave. So it's redundant at getting another attack damage item. let's look at Darius's build on op.gg. You should just be going tank after Black Cleaver every single time. This a Tiamat, a bullshit with Titanic isn't optimal. Darius. So he goes Titanic in the meta, but I don't think that's what you should go. Just my opinion. I mean, if op.gg says you should go it, then I can't really argue with that. It's just my opinion on how Darius operates. You just need tank stats after Black Cleaver. 2 Qs will do it for the wave. Your Q's on a 4-second cooldown with 20 CDR, level 5. 8 seconds to clear a wave. No. 4 seconds to clear a wave because you Q instantly and then you wait 4 seconds for another Q. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. If you're going Titanic because of op.gg, then I can't really harp on you for it, so it's fine, I guess. But I think you should be going tank stats. A Deadman's would definitely be a big one here because you could out kite Shyvana better, Gnar better. You can, and it's definitely a big one. Shyvana has Smite. Her W gives her movement speed. Gnar has the slow on his rank. He has a 3-hit passive, which gives him more movement speed. Deadman's would definitely be a better option, in my opinion. Second item here. Okay, your team gets dragon. Wow, my throat's clogging up. And you probably only got that a dragon because Shyvana wasn't in a position to contest at that time because you drew her pressure. So there you go. My throat is just clogging up. So now you're going back up top. Good job. Listen, I know you play locked, but here's what I like to do now. I'm still learning it. You just press F3, F2, or F4. Like you look for the key which your ADC is on, because your ADC is the most important person on your team, and you just and most of the time it's going to be on F4 because your support's almost always at the bottom, which is F5, and you're gonna spam F4 mid game and late game to as a split pusher to see where your ADC is. That way, if you have a TP, if you're playing a top laner who takes TP, then you know when your team is fighting all the time, and then you press. Let's say you have a center camera on space. I mean, you already have your camera locked, so you don't even need that, you know. That's just a random tip to throw out there. Don't path towards Nard. Yeah, just go for the wave. Just go for the wave. Good job. So you see a fight breaking out bot. You want to shove this wave as fast as possible. What I would do is after getting this wave past a midpoint, so after clearing these casters and these melees, I would immediately make a beeline mid, clear this wave, and try to break this tower. Because you know for a fact it's gonna take you hella long to clear this wave, and then there's gonna be another wave coming up here, so it's probably gonna meet around here, and then you're gonna have to clear that wave, and then only then can you try to auto attack this tower, which is full HP. It's not really worth it when a fight is breaking out down here. So what I want you to do in the future, when this situation, if it ever happens again, clear this, so that your minions get past a midpoint of the wave, because when the minions meet here eventually, because it's on their side of the map, it's gonna start pushing towards you again, so they lose CS and you gain CS essentially. And then you're gonna path down here to mid, and you're gonna clear this wave and try to break tower as fast as possible. Or you're gonna pressure this tower at least. That's what you should optimally do. And that's what you do. Holy fuck, you're a god of macro. Wow, that's actually insane. Okay, so you're gonna pressure mid now, which is actually excellent. I love that. I love this so much. No, what are you doing? Stop, 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 stop. Stop grouping with your goddamn team. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop grouping with your team, please. For the love of God. You have both sums. Just pressure this. Break tower. Cool, you may get a triple kill down here. Cool. But what are you going to get out of it? This mid tower again, which you could have gotten without taking any risks whatsoever. Look, now they're backing. Just go back up mid to take tower. Stop it. You're a fucking idiot. I hate this. This is terrible. You bait your Hecarim. Now you're gonna go mid and try to take tower at the expense of evading your Hecarim. And now I guess what you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose bot tower. Hecarim would still be alive if you hadn't evaded him. You would have gotten this tower a lot sooner. As if you just pressured this tower, Darius would be pathing bot to save this tower. Hecarim would be pathing bot, and then you should be pathing top to pressure this tower. That's what you should be doing. It's not even really a bad play. Well, actually no it is, because this tower is still up, so and they have people bot, so you should just still pressure top. The point is, you shouldn't be grouping with your team still. Stop it. By trying to group with your team, you baited your Hecarim. So yes, you still got this mid turret at the expense of losing your bot turret, and now Hecarim is probably mad at you or tilted. Who is pinging OMW? Varus is. So, doesn't matter. No shit, dog. So 45:02, halfway point is 22 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, that's a good stopping point. So I will finish this tomorrow because I have to go to bed. I'll see you till then.